Good morning. I haven't done one of these for a while, so it's time to do another one. I am the man with two watches, but I had a relapse and I slept with more than one watch, and I wanted to tell you just briefly which watches and which gadgets I prefer to sleep with, because I've slept with a lot. Not a lot of people. I've slept with a lot of gadgets. I don't want that taken out of context. I've slept with this one. I've slept with this big, huge, heavy Phoenix, and we've had Wivings, we've had OnePlus, we've had some inexpensive watches that I've slept with, we've had the Polar, we've had the Garmin VivoMove, we've had Apple watches, Samsung watches, we've had the Amazon Halo and the Halo View, a lot of watches over the years. And to be honest, I would have to say that the Apple Watch is one of the more comfortable ones. And this VivoMove, this is the VivoMove HR, it's just light. There's nothing jagged on it. It's just really nice. You know, you get into these bigger sports watches like the Instinct Solar or the Garmin Phoenix, and you know, they're not sharp, but they're heavy and bulky, and they're not that comfortable to sleep with. The most comfortable to sleep with is actually not a watch, and it's one of these 4 rings that I wore last night. I slept with the Oura Ring 2.0, the circular ring. This is version 1 or version 1 point something. The Oura Ring Gen 3 on my right thumb, it's silver, and finally the Oura Ring Gen 3. I normally sleep with it on my left index, but the last couple nights I've been trying my middle finger to see if there's any variance, and it's also not as tight. So you can see there's some slight discoloration right there. Yesterday was day 26 of the Epics, this Garmin one right here, and versus the Galaxy Watch, which you're not seeing on my wrist. That's because it's on my sock. I'll show you that in a minute. And then I was also testing a new watch, this one called the Rev DiPrio. Just, you know, a simple kind of smartwatch. More about that later. And then I wore my Apple Watch. Ooh, that was a little too tight there. That left an impression. So there's the Apple Watch, not too tight. And I have my kind of Levi's band by Hemsut. This is the Apple Watch 6 in Pacific Blue. Very comfortable to wear. And then we have this one, a little bit heavier, not as bulky as the Garmin Phoenix, the Epix 2.0. Yeah. That feels good. Gen 3 Oura Ring. Circular ring. Disregard the tape. This is a prototype that I've been testing. Kind of fun. These are from Finland. These are from France. 2.0 doesn't glow, uses infrared, and again Gen 3. So these two are identical, size 13 and a size 12. I originally bought this for a friend. He was going to help me test it, but he didn't like wearing it, and it's a little too loose for my index fingers, so I ended up wearing it on my thumb and got used to it. There we go, almost naked. So now we'll do the socks. I wore the Fitbit. Oh, ow, no wonder that hurt. Can you see that impression? Yeah, that is, ow. Okay, I'm not doing that again tonight. And then finally, there's the Galaxy, which, funny enough, yes, it did leave an impression, as you can see, but it's not as jagged on the underbelly, where this one, that part right there was really digging into my skin. Now, we can't compare all of them, or can we? That gets kind of confusing. I'm just going to give you my top 2. Yeah, we're just going to do the top 2. 1 watch and 1 ring. Now, even though I am a huge fan of Garmin, they rely too much upon the sleep window, so sorry Garmin. Now Samsung, not only do they not rely so much on sleep window, they detect naps. So out of all the watches, even though I like this one doesn't have the sleep score, and it's new on the block. Apple's still learning. That's why I've been using auto sleep. More about auto sleep in another video. So I really like Samsung lately, and that's why I've been testing it for the last 26 days. So I put it on water lock when I wear it around my ankle. Surprisingly enough, it's still pretty accurate. So we can turn off sleep mode there. Swipe to the right, swipe, swipe, swipe. There's my sleep. And it has basic sleep information until it synchronizes with the watch. Connect to your phone to get sleep records. Okay. We'll do that in a bit. And then we have the Oura Rings. The Oura 2 I actually quite enjoy. There's no subscription. Gen 3s both have. This one I got grandfathered in, but this one I pay $6 a month for. And then the circular, no subscription. The circular is still in beta. Otherwise, I would say I like wearing this one more than the Oura because I like the feedback that it gives. So as we're looking at all these watches, there's kind of 7 things have to have. 1, nice alarm. Out of all these, the best alarm, that has to go to Apple. With the taptic feedback, it's just nice. There's no noise. You can have noise if you're a real deep sleeper, but you don't have to have noise. The taptic feedback, the vibration of this watch is really, really good. Garmin, Oura Ring, there is no alarm. And that's where circular wins because they do have an alarm. This right here, it buzzes. And let me just play for you a quick little thing. First, we have to synchronize the device, and that takes a bit. Next, it has to track naps. Oura Ring, yes, tracks naps. Samsung, yes, tracks naps. Apple tracks naps. So all these in my right hand all track naps. This is I don't know about this one yet. I just unboxed it last night. Believe it or not, the OnePlus one tracks naps, and that's it. Oh, and this old Samsung used to track naps. This is, I can't remember, the Galaxy something watch, but it's not supported by Samsung. I can't connect it to my phone anymore. It's very sad. So tracking naps, very, very important for me, at least. If you don't care, you might really like Garmin. Next, sleep score. Love that. Sleep coaching, different than just sleep analysis because it's actually giving you feedback on what you should or shouldn't do in regards to sleep. And then we have editing of sleep. I really like it if I can go in and edit my sleep. So on this Samsung one, to get the details, I need to take it out of airplane mode. And this is the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. And we want to keep it in Do Not Disturb so we don't get a bunch of alarms. There we go. And this is the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4 that I've been filming most of the video on, but now we're filming on the Nothing Phone 1 because I don't have any of these gadgets attached to it. So now that will synchronize, and there's my sleep. Circular app is in beta, just want to let you know that. So 7 hours and 13 minutes, sleep coaching. Ooh, I woke up on time. See, that's fun. Humans like that, at least I do. You've achieved your wake up time target. Good job. So there's my 7 hours, sleep coaching. I have my sleep chart, and see how it went into stages? Very nice. So I was up too long. Deep sleep, 1 hour and 30 minutes. Not bad, right, Malakwa? Not bad. No snoring data, and I'm going to give my sleep last night, I'm going to give it a solid 4. And then it has my sleep consistency over the last 7 days. That's the sleep trends. And the other part that I really like are sleep reports. And then here's the sleep coaching that I'm doing with Samsung right now. Weekly analysis. How did you do today? So I have I skipped brace, drank alcohol, nope. Took a nap longer than 30 minutes, none of the above. Practice deep breathing, yep, I've been doing that. Meditate, I'm going to do that today. And a 5-minute tip for sleep. Spending too much time in bed while you're not sleeping can prevent you from getting a good night's rest. I totally agree. And I don't watch TV in bed, don't have a TV in my room. So nice sleep coaching. It's actually helping the humans sleep better. And I really like how Samsung does the sleep segments so it doesn't fully affect your sleep score. Now if I go back and click through here, we should see a nap on Sunday. Yeah, the 18th, Tuesday. There we go. Five hours and 1 minute. Where's my last nap? Hold on, I'll find it. Ah, there it is. At the very bottom, you see the little blue dots? That indicates naps. So if I go to Monday, there we go. Actual sleep time, 1 hour and 1 minute. So there's my normal sleep and there's my nap. Gave me a sleep score of 60. Now there is one thing that I really must have as well, editing of sleep. So I can click right here, I can edit that nap, and I can change when I went to sleep or when I woke up. I think that's pretty cool, right? Or I can just delete the sleep record altogether. So here, let's try that again. Oh, nope. Edit. So I want to edit the 1542 one, and actually you can just delete naps. It doesn't let you edit them. So now to circular. So it gives us the nice scores: sleep analysis, energy analysis, alarm clock, whether I woke up on time. And if I go to alarm clock, continue, then I can go right here to visibility. This has a smart alarm, and I gave it a window of 30 minutes, and I told it to wake me up after that. And I told it to do a vibration of symphony, but it also has that tone, heartbeat, quick, that's rapid, SOS, this is staccato, and symphony. Isn't that cool? So this allows you to wake up, and I'm a pretty sensitive guy. This wakes me up in the morning. And then if I go right here, it has ŌURA. So it tells me that I slept from 11:24 to 6:24 a.m., total sleep duration, sleep score. Then it gives me my 4 scores, just real easy. And yes, it does detect naps. But one thing Circular needs to do is they need to add the nap score to the total sleep analysis score. And that's something that ŌURA Ring does. It'll quickly synchronize. So if I go back to yesterday, see right there? There's all my nap data, but it's not adding the nap to my overall sleep score, but it does help with energy analysis. So it is doing something to the reporting, which is really good. And Circular has this fun thing where it has the leaderboard, which I really enjoy, even though I'm not in the top 10 right now. More about that in another video. Now, the other thing you're going to be wondering is, well, yeah, of course, number 8, accuracy. Now, a lot of things can be accurate, but are they also consistent? And for my two favorite, Samsung and ŌURA, but I think Circular is going to replace that. So here we have 2 rings. I wore this ring, this phone that's on the left, and this ring, the ŌURA Ring Gen 3, was on my left middle finger, right? So far so good, you with me? Readiness score 78 versus 80, okay. Sleep score 87 versus 83. Interesting. 6 hours 57, 59, pretty close, pretty close. Then we have body clock. Midpoint was aligned. So now if we go to the sleep, 59, 59, pretty consistent. Just the numbers slightly off. Again, Gen 3 versus Gen 2. REM, 1 hour 49 versus 150. Pretty close. Latency, 2 minutes versus latency, 5 minutes. Sleep latency, ideally you should fall asleep. So it actually felt that I crashed too hard. But this one said 5 minutes. Timing optimal. This one doesn't have a beta. This one does. And yes, I can edit these. So I can go like that and tell it less. I can't add, but I can trim it. And then of course we have blood oxygen on the Gen 3s. The Gen 2 does not detect blood oxygen. Funny enough, wore these on the same day, but this one did not detect a nap and this one did. So here's the nap, and this is what I like. It actually tells you what's going on. So it went sleep score 89 to 92, readiness score 92 to 94, and that's something that Circular I think will be doing very soon, something Garmin needs to do, Samsung, Apple, all of them. So I really like how it gives you that benefit of the nap. And then on the reporting, you have these nice weekly reports. And you can just go right into here, go to reports, weekly, and see all this wonderful. This will give us the consistency, right? Following patterns. Your readiness score 81, 85, slightly different. Scores over 70, etc., etc. Sleep score 87 versus 81. Total sleep 6 hours and 57 versus 7 hours and 55. So between the Gen 3 and the Gen 2, some major differences. Last week you reached your goal 4 times, 2 times. Activity goal completion 103, 105. So very cool. And there's also trends, which I really, really like viewing because it gives me good feedback. Body temperature. Okay, let's check on just sleep trends of latency. 3 minutes, 7 minutes. All right. If we go for the whole week, 5 and 6. Go for the whole month, 6 and 7. Very close. One thing Samsung is lacking, they used to have, is the morning report, and that's one thing that Oura Ring and Circular have. So if I go to today, here's kind of my morning report. Breaking records. Wow, yesterday you reached your highest level of activity in 2 weeks and you recovered well. That's good to know. That's very useful. Thank you, Oura. And it shows me my sleep, and I can just quickly see all this information, or I can just tab down to readiness activity and Circular all on the main page right through Kira. It gives me my scores, a nice little morning report. Not a lot to read. There's a lot more reading with Oura. And then you have the morning report with Garmin. Very nice. Good morning. Training readiness, very helpful. Samsung doesn't have that. Have my sleep score, 6 hours and 52, shorter than ideal. Plenty of, well, we can check that out. Plenty of what? Your length of sleep was a bit shorter than recommended, but you had good deep sleep. All right, good to know. Then we have HRV status, suggestion for my workout, the weather, intensity minutes, and a 61-day streak on my goal, and a little bit of motivation, rise and shine. So all the boxes are getting checked on my 2 favorite devices. This one right here, the Slate one. Yeah, it's seen some wear and tear. I lifted some weights with it. I probably shouldn't have. But it is holding up better than the prototype Circular, which I had to tape together. Small crack right there. There is a theory that I maybe shouldn't have used the row machine while wearing this ring. I don't know, but less scratches than the Circular. And then is durability with the Samsung. Yeah, it's held up really well. A little bit of scuffing on the case, but not too bad. Has a sapphire lens. Let's just talk battery life real quickly. A circular ring will last about 2 days. An Oura Ring Gen 3 will last about 6 to 8 days. I've even heard people getting 9 days by utilizing airplane mode and just quickly put it on the charger. The Gen 2 Oura Ring, this lasts me on average 5 to 7 days. This one, a good solid 2 days. If I use always on display, it's gonna last me about 36 hours if I'm really, really lucky. But Samsung's nice. I mean, you can't go wrong with the Samsung, honestly. But overall, for sleeping, because that's what it is, sleeping with gadgets, I'd have to go with either the Gen 3 Oura Ring or even a Gen 2. I mean, do you really need to know your blood oxygen? That's a big difference. And circular, I think they're going to overtake Oura soon. Thank you so much for your time. I know there's a few tech reviewers out there, but hey, the man with 2 watches. You got to trust a guy that wears 2 watches, right? Mostly. Garmin, I hope you change some of your sleeping habits. They are offering more and more, and it's close between Garmin. Really, if Garmin offered nap tracking, I probably would choose those above Samsung. But again, they really depend upon that sleep window, and that bothers me. But they do have, some sleep coaching. But Oura, they'll actually tell me, hey, you need to go to bed tonight between such and such hours. And that's really, really helpful for humans because, at least for me, I kind of tend to forget things like that. So if I look at the bottom of the Today screen, it's going to tell me my ideal bedtime for tonight. That's useful. I need to go to bed between 8:30 and 10 p.m. Or if you like military time, 20:30 and 2200. Last night I went to bed at 23:22, which is a bit too late. And that's it. I'm recommending sleeping with either a Samsung or an Oura Ring Gen 3 or Gen 2 at this time. Circular, you are so close. Oura's been around longer, but circular, the new kids on the block from Paris, France, they're doing great things. Apple, you're doing great things. More in the sleep coaching, and I would really like a sleep score. That just helps me in the morning. I know, 86, 90, 94. It's numerical, it's easy to understand, not a lot of reading, but let me know your thoughts. That's the fun part of social media, right? You get to respond, you get a comment. I will leave the comments enabled for this video, and let me know what your favorite device is. Is it a watch? Is it a ring? I'd like to know. Next video coming up very soon on this channel is a summary of Garmin versus Samsung, primarily the Epix 2 versus the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. I'm up to 46 things to know. I might go as far as 50, but that's definitely going to be longer than 10-minute video. Thanks for your time, and yes, let the credits roll for the Paramount Kid. And he loves it when I do this. Here you go, TPK. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.